called you so many times today, and I guess it's all true what your girlfriends say, that you don't ever wanna see me again, and your brother's gonna kill me and he's 6'10". I guess you'd call it cowardice, but I'm not prepared to go on like this. I can't stand losing. I can't stand losing. I can't stand losing you. 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 I see you sent my letters back and my LP records, and they're all scratched. I can't see the point in another day, and nobody listens to a word I say. You can call it lack of confidence, but to carry on living don't make no sense. I can't stand losing. 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 Guess this is our last goodbye, and you don't care, so I won't cry. But you'll be sorry when I'm dead, and all this guilt will be on your head. I guess you'd call it suicide, but I'm still full to swallow my pride. I can't stand losing. 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 Can't stand losing you. I can't stand losing you. Can't stand losing you. I can't stand losing you. I can't stand losing you. Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today we are checking out Can't Stand Losing You by The Police. Of course, featuring the incredible guitar work of Andy Summer. Beautiful tune, just incredible performance. What a band. Wow, Sting and Copeland and Mr. Summer together is just an incredible force of nature, hey. I just did a lesson on Roxanne, and this was one of the most heavily requested songs in that lesson. So if you want to request another Police song, let me know in the comments, or do remember there's a request board over on the website, JustinGuitar.com as well. While I got you here, I really appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon. Really makes a difference to the channel. I really appreciate your support. So let's get to a close-up and check out this amazing tune. So the intro starts with a D minor on beat 2 and a G minor on beat 4. D minor chord, first finger, first fret, thinner string, little finger, third fret on the second string, second finger, second fret on the third string. You could use your third finger there on the second string if you want, but I prefer this. Now we only want to play the thinnest 3 strings. These are chips, and the bass line's playing a kind of a melodic part here, so we don't want the guitar to get in the way of the bass part. So we don't really want that D string, even though it's the name of the chord, and in theory we could play that note. We don't want it in there. So use the tip of your second finger to mute the D string, so that 4th string, if you accidentally strum it, isn't going to sound. We just want the thinnest 3 strings. Now, just like with Roxanne, if you've watched the lesson on that, what we're going for here is pressing the chord down just as we strum, and then relaxing the fingers right away, but without taking them off the strings. Now, I am muting with the outside part of my palm as well, and we'll look at a close-up of that in just a bit. But most of the muting comes from relaxing. So even if I lift this hand off completely, strum, I can control. As soon as I relax those fingers, you can hear I'm getting a little bit of other open strings ringing out, which is normal, which is why I'm getting involved with the strumming hand a bit as well. But you really want to work on that really nice, tight chord shape, chord grips. They want to be really, short and sharp and like right on, like we often call them chips. Now what's happening in the intro is just once on the D minor on beat 2, and then we go to a G minor, which is simply the first finger barring the thinnest 3 strings at the 3rd fret. Again, the tip of the first finger can mute the 4th string, would be pretty handy. So we're just going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You see there that my second finger and the other fingers are hanging around a little bit on those thicker strings as well, just making sure they stay muted, because you really don't want those thicker strings ringing out accidentally. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be the intro. Now into the verse, we go to playing right on the beat. So on 1, 2, 3, and 4, we start with 2 beats on D minor, 2 beats on A minor, which is the same. We had the G minor there. There's A minor up at the 5th fret, same deal, muting the 5th string. So we just have D minor for 2, A minor for 2, and then 1 bar on the G minor. So let's just play through that verse now, starting on the D minor. I D minor, A minor, G minor, and I D minor, A minor, G minor, and D minor, A minor, G minor again. And my D minor's gonna A minor and D's G minor 7, and I guess you'd know. And we're into that little pre-chorus. Before we go any further, let's just take a bit of a close-up at the strumming hand, make sure that you got the mechanics of that right too. So really important to realize here is that I'm using the outside part of my palm to mute as well. So it's doing strum, and then it's kind of twisting. Trying to do it slow. It strums down, and then before it's even come back up, it's hitting. It's almost like it resets afterwards. If I do strum, mute, reset, strum, mute. This is here. You can't really see it. It's very difficult to see. I told you so many times today, and I guess it's all true what your girlfriend say. So you try and get into that little. It's like it jumps up. It's coming straight. It is very much kind of like this. I don't think I'm using my fingers to spring off. Looks like that when I do it slowly. My fingers are somehow kicking out. It's definitely one of the key ingredients to get this style under your fingers is working on those really short, sharp, crisp chips. After the verse, we go into the pre-chorus, which is a B-flat chord. Now, I regularly teach B-flat like this with my 1st and 3rd finger. I generally play it with my 1st and my little finger, with my 3rd finger sitting on top. I don't really recommend you do the little finger with the 3rd finger on top. It just works for me. For most people, that way of playing it's going to work better. I don't know which one Andy does, but anyway, it's going B-flat to F. So it's 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. C to G, C, A. Lots of major chords here. So B flat to F, B flat to F, C to G, C, A. I guess you call it cowardice, but I'm not prepared to go on like this. I can't stand losing. I can't stand losing. I can't stand losing you. Okay, so that section after the pre-chorus, we're going into B flat. I can't stand losing. It's an E-shaped bar chord at the 6th fret to G minor. I can't stand losing to A minor. I can't stand losing you. And then it's back to the same chords as the intro. Now, in that chorus part, it's important to realize there's one guitar part on the original recording that is doing a power chordy kind of a thing. So I can't stand losing. I can't stand losing. I can't stand losing you. And the other one is doing the I can't stand losing. I can't. When I was doing my little cover at the beginning, I was experimenting a little bit with doing like an even eighth notes thing, like I can't stand losing. I can't stand losing. But I think actually, for me anyway, I prefer just doing nice big sharp chords again, like these really short staccato chords, just like we had for these. Nice and short. We got. Now this time when I'm doing these big chords, this part of the hand isn't getting involved at all, right? So those bar chord ones, all of the muting is coming from the fingers. Again, it's the same feeling as the Roxanne thing where you go big, small, big, small, big, small, big, small. And this little small movement isn't actually having to touch the strings. Sometimes I'm letting it touch, but I can't stand losing, I can't stand losing. Putting that extra motion in really adds to the energy of the tune. So it actually, I feel like it's kind of an important part of it is the mechanics of that right hand doing the rather than I can't. If you just strum it like that, it doesn't. It's just not moving enough. It wants to be. Sometimes I'm hitting that string. I'm not really trying to. It's just sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I don't think it's a big deal. Maybe if I was recording it, I might be more fussy about trying to get rid of it. But anyway, or maybe I should be more fussy when I'm doing lessons for you, but I'm guessing you'll forgive me. I hope so. So we've got the verse, okay, the little chips. Oh, you so many times a day. Then we've got the dress you call. That's a pre-chorus, okay? That's the pre-chorus, and the chorus I can't. It's going to be G, A, B flat, G minor for a bar, A minor for a bar. First time straight back into that, just like the intro. Can't stand losing you. And then it goes into another verse. Okay, you sent my records back. That part in 3 records and they're all cracked. I call it lack of confidence. There's another pre-chorus. Living make no sense. I can't stand losing. I can't. That goes around and it's a double chorus. So it goes the B flat, G minor, A minor. Does that whole sequence 4 times with the voice. Then it stops very suddenly. I can't stand losing. I can't stand losing. Then it's time to put your plectrum in your mouth, because Andy is then doing harp harmonics. Now, this is a really interesting one. I played this song as a kid years and years ago, not accurately, I might add, but revising it for this lesson, I knew that the way I was playing the middle part before was not correct. And so I'd listen to it maybe 3 or 4 times. I'd start writing down what the notes were, and it twigged for me that he was using harp harmonics, which I really know as being like a kind of a Tommy Emmanuel thing. I think it was Chet Atkins and some other guys in that era that kind of really got this technique together. I didn't know that it was around at the time or popular at the time this song was recorded, but it's definitely. I'm fairly sure it's what's going on. It's relatively easy. At least it's easy on the fretting hand, but this hand might take you a little bit of extra effort. So talk about this hand first of all. First finger literally is barring the first fret. It needs to bar all of the strings. Then it moves up to, and it does all of the notes on the 3rd fret. I'll show you how to pick it. It'll sound different in a second. The very last time, little finger goes down in the 5th fret of the thinner string. Now I'm just showing you that because the majority of the struggle with this is going to be this hand, because we're actually playing a harmonic and then playing a note immediately after. It's called cascading harmonics. I've actually got a lesson over on the website with some fancy kind of Tommy Emmanuel style things. I'm just going to put my pick down because I don't want it in my mouth while I'm trying to talk. Let's get to a close-up and check out the magic of harp harmonics. the first thing I'd like you to try without using your fretting hand at all is putting your first finger on the 12th fret, or actually not really on it, above the 12th fret, exactly above the metal, and then use your thumb behind your first finger to play the string, to get a harmonic. So it's almost like your thumb behind is acting like a pick and play. It should sound exactly the same as if you played a harmonic like this. Okay, so here. First finger just touches ever so lightly on the 12th fret above the metal, and thumb plays behind. Okay, just practice that up first of all. That's really important. Because what you're going to do then is you're going to play that note, and then third finger is going to play the G string. Okay, so you have the harp, or the harmonic rather, on the thicker string, then play the G string. Then you play the harp harmonic on the 5th string. Then third finger is going to play the 2nd string, harp harmonic on the 4th string. Then you play the thinner string. Then you play the harp harmonic, I don't know if I keep calling it a harp harmonic, the 3rd fret, and then the 3rd string, and then the 2nd string. So we end up with harmonic, 3rd string, harmonic, 2nd string, harmonic, thinner string, harmonic, harmonic. Again. Okay, this isn't what's played on the record. This is just using the open strings to learn the technique. You want to spend a bit of time on this first before trying to play the actual tune. Again, harmonic, 3rd string, harmonic on the 5th string, 2nd string, harmonic on the 4th string, thinner string open, harmonic, harmonic. Now this isn't easy, so if you like learning the rest of the tune, you're like, I'm cool with all of that, and you get to this bit, not surprising. This is much, much harder technically than any other part of the tune. In fact, harder than most other Police tunes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4. So once you can do the technique, you're starting to think about it in time, starting on the and after 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. Okay? Now, once you've got the timing of it right and you've got the technique right, you probably should spend a little bit of time getting that technique down, right? I've done it before, so it wasn't too difficult for me to learn this part once I was like, oh, that's what it is. But spend a bit of time on getting the technique right, getting the harmonic clear, being able to pick the right strings. When you want to play exactly like the record, all you're doing is you're going to put your bar down at the 1st fret, and your first finger, when you're doing those harmonics, will be at the 13th fret, okay? Okay, exactly the same pattern. 6th string, open 3rd, 5th string, open 2nd, 4th string harmonic, open thinnest, harmonic on the 3rd string, harmonic on the 2nd string. Then you move your first finger up to the 3rd fret. Now I think I'm not sure whether he meant to go for the same pattern and did it slightly differently. Don't know, but it's slightly different. The pattern's the same at the beginning. But then he plays the thinner string again instead of playing the 2nd string. I think. This is my best guess, right? Then it goes back to the 1st fret exactly the same. And then the last time, he does almost the same. But this time, little finger goes down in the 5th fret of the thinner string for that last note. And then it's just left to hang out, whether this might be our last goodbye. I guess this is our last goodbye, sorry. I'll get the words right in a sec. Okay. beautiful little lick. One time all of the way through. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Guess this is our last goodbye. Now when I'm playing this, I often play the D. Now normally at that point, I'll have my pick in my mouth after I've done that last one. Guess this, so I'm just taking it out of the mouth. Guess this is my last goodbye, and you don't care, so I won't cry, and you'll be sorry when I'm dead. Now I normally do a bit of a build up on that if I'm playing it on my own. That's just kind of, for me, it makes musical sense. It's not so much about that's what's on the original recording. I don't think there's any guitar there. It's just bass and drums that do the little build up. And then it's back in, I guess you'd call this suicide, but I'm too full to swallow my pride. I can't stand losing, I can't. Now, another weird thing happens there at the end. Instead of going around B flat, G minor, A minor, it goes B flat, G minor, A minor, B flat, G minor, A minor. Then it goes C, A minor, B flat, C, A minor, B flat. Then it's just 2 beats on C, 2 beats on A minor, and then we're back into same as the intro. Now, you might want to write that down or make a little note of it again. B flat, G minor, A minor, B flat, G minor, A minor, then C, A minor, B flat, C, A minor, B flat, C and A minor, half a bar each, and then back into the intro for the out. When I did the little thing at the beginning there, I tagged a little ending on. I'm not exactly sure where that came from, but it just popped out as I got to that point. Felt like it needed something there at the end. And that's it. That's the whole tune. There's so many cool things to work on. You know, obviously the harp harmonics is by far the hardest part. If you really needed to, you could just remember you could blow. It's the same, like the notes are the same. Just pick out some notes. Could get away with doing that and just picking the notes out, because the harp harmonics thing is fairly difficult, but it's a beautiful technique to get together with. Sounds particularly good with a little bit of delay, a little bit of extra reverby, that kind of thing. I didn't have my pedal board out, so I didn't jump on a delay thing there, but I might add one in post when I go to mix this lesson. I might have snuck a little bit of delay on that section just to make it sound a little bit cooler and more like the record, because you can do that kind of thing with the magic of modern technology. But yeah, fantastic song. Great one to play along with the record. The key things, really, with all the Police stuff is the time. Getting the time really solid. Being able to play those chips exactly along with the record. That's what you want to be aiming for. When you play, I was doing it all yesterday, just playing along with the record, going, and really trying to get it like you're in the band. When you do your chips, they want to be exactly with it, not slightly before or after. You really want to work on doing it so well that you don't hear the original recording. That's a kind of a good test. If you're hearing the original one while you're playing along with it, then maybe you haven't quite got it tight enough, or it's just way loud and you're too quiet. That's the other option. But yeah, that's one of the ways that I practice, is kind of adjusting the volume of the track so that when I'm playing over it, if I'm getting it really tight and really well, then the original recording part seems to kind of get covered up by my own. And if I'm not quite synced up, then I start to hear it again. So it might be something you'd like to try out as well, because this kind of music, the timing of it is, you know, really, really important. Much more important than the notes, maybe not, but like super important. Anyway, enough of my waffling. Have yourselves a fantastic day. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Do go and check out the Roxanne lesson as well if you haven't seen that one yet. Another classic Police song from the same period. Other songs over on the website by Sting as well, including Shave Your Heart and loads of other classics as well. Go and have a look over on the website if you haven't been over for a while. JustinGuitar.com/songs. Really easy to search by difficulty or artists that you like, or chords that you know, or styles that you dig, or whatever. Go and have a look if you haven't been over in a while. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you plenty more very soon. Bye-bye.